See me, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? Fresh off the motherfucking plantation, man. We got the sunroof open, man. Feeling great outside, man. We gotta talk about Gervonta Davis the fuck again, man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Look, dude. Handle business at 30 and 35 first, man. Mario Barrios was a big, that's just, that in itself was kind of like, bro, you bugging the fuck out, man. But now you finna go, you barking on Regis Prograis, a former world champion who was fresh off of a war with Josh Taylor. A war with Josh Taylor. Bro, you're not doing shit with Regis Prograis, bro. That's just the end all be all, my nigga. Like, it's just not gonna happen, my nigga. Like, it's weight classes for a reason. It's weight classes for a reason, fam. And you just will not fight the dudes that are in your division. And maybe you could later on down the line be in a position where you could possibly beat Regis Prograis, stop Regis Prograis, or have a controversial decision in his favor against Regis Prograis. But we don't know how you're gonna deal with the top dogs in your division. We don't know. We ain't got a clue. We haven't seen. We see the talent, bro, but goddamn, talent is only gonna get you but so far. And once again, you did not look the best at 135 pounds. I made a mistake and said you fought Fonseca at 35. You fought him at 30. That was my dumb ass fault. But when you went up and you fought Gamboa at 35, you did not look. You stopped him, but it took you 12. And then even in them 12 rounds, you allowed him to come back and win a string of rounds. 35 is just not your best weight. It isn't. It isn't, man. And I don't know who the fuck is advising you that would tell you that, yeah, you got to, because I'm seeing people on these forums and shit like that, and they, oh, Tank by knockout, Tank. And I'm looking at these niggas like, y'all clearly don't know shit about boxing. Like, fam, man, go and rumble with the dudes in your division, man. Go do that. Then we can entertain these bigger dudes. We can entertain them, but we don't even... Can you deal with a Teofimo? A technically sound fighter with a bomb in both hands. Can you deal with him? Before we even get to a Regis Prograis, Can you deal with him? It's just like, man, come on, man. Like, people don't know how to separate fact from fiction. You dig what I'm saying? It just, they're more familiar with Tank Davis. So with them being peep game. I don't talk about this on my Facebook on a regular basis, like practically at all. But I'm a dancer. I started dancing in high school. It's a West Coast style of dance I do called popping. Y'all call it pop locking, and you know, I mean, well, technically that's, you know, niggas in Compton, Watson, South Central, and Inglewood, and the hoods, you know, the slums of LA. That's what they, you know, that's what they name that style of dance. But I do that particular style of movement. So when you would talk, you know, somebody who's versed in the art form, such as myself, and they know what it is that they're looking at, they've trained in it. Not just go and do it in a club environment, but no, actually dedicate 2-3 hours, in my case 3 hours out of the day, and just let the motherfucking creative juices flow in the lab and develop the proper technique to compete, or just to be done, and just to keep the culture alive. Somebody from my expertise and stance on the culture having to argue with somebody that Chris Brown is not the dopest, like isn't even, like, he'd go to a function. And it's documented. He'll go to a function and he'll get sat down. Chris Brown walked into the B-Boy Summit and you've never seen him step foot in the cypher because he's out of his league. And so when you explain this to, especially females who just, you know, they have this, they love the dude, you know, they'll have his baby, they'll take, you know, they wouldn't mind being Rihanna. you dig, taking the, you know, the physical abuse. They wouldn't mind it just to get next to him. So to sit there and have to explain to somebody that he's just not that nigga, you know, he got rhythm, but he's not that nigga, they can't comprehend it because they're more familiar with him, and the likelihood of him not being able to do what he do, or the likelihood of him being able to not being able to go in there and do what he do against cats who are far more versed in the art form is just, it's like nah, there's just no way that's possible. That's how it is with a lot, like, you know, with Tank Davis. People who don't really follow the sport in depth like that, they come across these channels or whatever who are, you know, they're brothers. And you may even seen them fight on YouTube. Not on YouTube, but on, you know, on Showtime or whatever. You seen them fight before. Yo, I fuck with that little light-skinned nigga. He nice. Because he is nice. So you get a little bit more versed to him or whatever the case may be, man. So when you see somebody, you know, you're more familiar with him than a Regis Prograis. Motherfuckers don't know who a Josh Taylor or a Regis Prograis is over a fucking Gervonta Davis. He has the social media following. He a light-skinned, pretty motherfucker with tats. That's, you know, that's an attraction to a lot of people, a lot of females. And just if you're a dude, you like, yo, man, I seen little homie scrap. And he's off of, I don't think it's a knockout of the year candidate, but it's a knockout of the year candidate. I don't think that, in my personal opinion, it didn't qualify, even though that was a spectacular knockout. He's fresh off of that. So with him being fresh off of that, you know, you're more, the video is viral and all that, so you're more familiar with him. You're far more familiar with him. So all right, cool. So you don't know a Regis Prograis. You don't know Mario Barrios. So naturally, on that inclination alone, you're gonna go with the fact that you're not fucking with Tank. I never heard of you, so you know you're not beating Tank Davis. I see people say some dumb shit like, who was checking for Callum Smith, as if this is like hip hop culture or something like that. It's like, well, if you're a fan of the sport, if you're a connoisseur of the sport, of course you're checking for Callum Smith to go and fight a Canelo Alvarez because he's a champion in the division. But people just get shit so misconstrued with the sport. They take to the sport as if it's some sort of, you know, social trend or something like that. And that's just not the case. And I'm seeing people say, oh, I got tanked by a 6-round KO. Tank Davis is going to knock out Regis Prograis in 6 rounds, but it took him 12 to get rid of Yuriorkis Gamboa, a hobbled Yuriorkis Gamboa, who was hobbled during that fight. He fucked his Achilles up in that fight, and it still took him 12, but you're going to eradicate Regis Prograis, a former world champion who's in his prime in 6. This is what I'm talking about with you dumbass niggas, man. And y'all keep enabling dude. You know, y'all just will not tell a man, chill, go fight Tevin Farmer. 30 is stacked. It's stacked at 130. My nigga, go run that shit with them niggas, man. Go run the fade with them niggas. And then conquer them niggas, come out on the mountaintop, climb up to 35, get busy up there. Then you could possibly entertain clocking in at 140. But nobody wants to, it's not logical with people. You dig what I'm saying? It's just, people are just so fucking just oblivious to fact and knowledge on shit because it's outside of your norm. And your norm is this little bit of speck of knowledge or interest that you have in the sport. That's your norm. And you're not willing to go against that shit because, you know, you want to be art, you want to talk like you know something. I've had conversations with people who know clearly nothing about boxing. Nothing. They know that much. And they think they're in a position to argue with me about certain shit. And when they can't argue with you on it, now you're a hater. Or you're a coon if you're talking about a black fighter. And it's just like, man, you know, it's sickening listening to a lot of you niggas, man. Tank Davis, do not go up there and entertain no fucking fight with Regis Prograis, my nigga. Not until you handle business down in the lower divisions and show that you can deal with them. Go do that. Do not go nowhere no goddamn Regis Prograis and no Josh Taylor. Them is the wrong motherfuckers to be barking at. Them is the wrong motherfuckers to be barking at. You don't think them motherfuckers, I mean, shit, if they was to stretch you out in the middle of the ring, completely outline your gloves in chalk, that's going to diminish who you are. Because we in an age where if you lose, you ain't shit. Nobody is willing to accept, undefeated fighter. You have to at least go 30-0. You have to at least go 40-0. You dig what I'm saying? Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not go up there and look for no fucking Regis Prograis. Or no, I don't even think Josh Taylor's gonna be at 40. He's moving up. He'll probably move up after the Undisputed, after he fights for Undisputed. He's gonna have, he's gonna get all the belts or fight for all the belts, and if he wins, he's out. He's outie. But it's just, I just oh my God, you people, man. Oh man. It's really disturbing. It's really disturbing listening to motherfuckers talk about shit, bro. Do not go up there and look for no fight with no fucking Regis Prograis. And then there was a woman on the threads yesterday, and just was really like, man, I can't wait to tell Tank this and that and that. I don't really like arguing with women on this, when they, she never engaged me in the argument, but just the fact that she was arguing with people, and it was like, you're coming across as if we're hating on dudes, but we're stating facts. Do the history. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't about hating on dudes. It's not about that. You're not hating on it because you say, I don't want to see you pull up no more fighters from 126. That's not hating. That's us saying we see the talent in you, so you need to be displaying that shit with other fighters on your level and that is of your caliber. That's all that is. But it's hating. Truth is the new hate. And that shit is disgusting, man. You niggas, y'all enable dudes. Y'all gonna fuck around. I don't give a fuck what nobody says about Mario Barrios. He's gonna be Mario Barrios. No. I hope he does. If they decide to make that fight, I hope he does. But my money will be on Mario Barrios. I don't know. Just the kid hits like a tank. He does. Tank is nice. When you start going up in weight and shit like that, you just what? You're not at your best at 135, but you're gonna be at your best at 140. Like, man, come on, man. Stop chasing these fighters at 140 pounds. Stop chasing them niggas. Stop chasing them. Don't even entertain them. And maybe it's just Twitter. Maybe you just talking your shit on Twitter. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe I do think you like your chances. That's you're a fighter. Of course you're gonna be like, I think I could beat him. You're a fighter. I get that. But bro, nah. If your advisors are telling you that it's logical for you to jump up to go up to junior welterweight and tangle with goddamn Regis Prograis, you need to get away from Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather, because that's just not a smart business move. That's not a smart career move. It isn't, man. That's how I'm feeling about it, man. I hope someone gets in that young man's ear, the young brother's ear, and tells him, man, nah, bro. Nah. You don't need to be doing this. Do not go up there and fight no Mario Barrios. Stop talking shit to Regis Prograis. Stop talking shit to Josh Taylor and handle business down here. I really hope somebody does. Because if not, you're gonna fuck around and get what you're bargaining for. And it's gonna be sad. Because if you go up there and you fight a Regis Prograis, it's gonna end ugly. And you're not gonna be the same, and your career might not even be. They're not even talking about just you being punch drunk. But these motherfuckers ain't gonna be, oh man, he just got knocked out. He weak, he just got knocked. It was motherfuckers saying Mikey Garcia was weak because how bad he was losing to Earl Spence. Just people completely void of boxing knowledge, man. Y'all gotta know. It's not only boxing fans who order fights. If the fight generates enough buzz, a regular everyday motherfucker's gonna order the fight. Oh shit, fight party, it's something to do. We're gonna invite the homies over, we're gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings, whatever. And what happens if you don't go, if you get knocked out? Man, that nigga trash, man. Never mind the fact you just jumped up 10 pounds, 2 divisions to fight the nigga. None of that shit matters. All they see is you stretched out on the canvas with a pillow and a blanket. None of that other shit matters. So man, listen, man, do not go up there and fight no goddamn Regis Prograis. Do not do it. Steer clear of that division for the moment. Handle business at 30 and 35 and go from there. Let me know if I'm burnt the fuck out, man, or am I home or something, man. Peace.